Hey there, everyone. This is a short little walkthrough on how to get ending 1 in I Became a Dog. Alright, so let's just get right into it. So we start out here, and we just became a dog, so that's all that's happening. And so ending 1 is probably one of the easiest to get. So I just talked to everyone real quick to remember, because I forgot how to do it for a minute, and then I was like, oh. I love that, just poop is the second option there. So Tommy asks us to get the toilets in the bathroom. And so our first thing to do is complete that task. So you have to go up and talk to Chris, which is this guy. At least I thought we did. But then I remembered that we don't need to do that yet. But talking to Chris does become essential later. And gaining cockroaches fairly early on is also pretty important, because you're going to need some later. So what we actually have to do is talk to James, because he needs 100 bugs for whatever. And so then he gives us a mouse. And Chris likes the mouse, I guess. So we give him the mouse, and then Chris tells us that he hid something in the kitchen. And so we go to the kitchen, we go to the kitchen sink, and we got the key, the bathroom key. And so now we can get to the bathroom. But the only thing about that is, to get the toy, we have to know how to swim, which we can't do yet, because in order to do that, we have to talk to Sony. And you need to pay, I think it's 300 cockroaches, or bugs, or whatever. They're called bugs, but I like to call them cockroaches, because that's what they remind me of. So yeah, 300, and then Sony teaches you how to swim, and then you can get the toy. And so you get the toy, and then you can go over and give it to Tommy. Also, I know it's unnecessary, but I like barking for food anyways. Don't question it. So, we completed Tommy's first task. And if we look over here, Julia tells us we should never trust Tommy, which I love that that's a little, foreshadowing thing. Anyway, so yes, then Tommy tells us that someone pushed her at some point, and so she needs medicine. So now we have to go up to talk to Chris, because he's hungry, and he wants 500 cockroaches to eat. Which seems a bit excessive, but whatever. So we just gotta get the 500, which was really easy because I've played through this game a lot. So my farting ability is amazing, so I get a lot of cockroaches. So Chris gives us a DVD, and normally the DVD would be important, but I have the code memorized, so it's not that important. But let me tell you, the first time I played through this, I had no idea how to get that code, and now I have it memorized. So anyway, now if we go back, Chris actually isn't in there. He's in some weird tunnel that he made. And so we go into the tunnel, and he's like, oh no, how did you find my place? Don't tell anyone about this. And so to keep our mouth shut, he gives us a key, which normally the key would be really important, because I have something engraved on it. But again, I have the code memorized. So then we can, after we eat, we can go into the study, and that lets us talk to Julia, because Julia is the key to the warehouse. So yeah, 4763 is the code. And so we go over here and we grab the oil container, because that's going to be important later. And so we can talk to Julia, and Julia's like, hey, bring me my baby. But as you can see, there's no puppies in this house. So how are we going to find it? But we can actually find it if we talk to Chris. sorry about this. I forgot that I didn't have the key. I don't know how I did that. But basically, Chris tells us that he saw something and that she buried it in the flower pot. I don't know why it wasn't letting me look in the flower pot, but it wasn't. But anyway, yeah, so then we get a dead puppy. Presumably Julia's puppy. So, I also want to mention how terrifying the eating animations are. They're so scary. Like, everything else is okay, but those eating animations are like sleep paralysis demons. So anyway, we go over, we talk to Julia, we give her the puppy, and she's like, oh no, I'll never forgive Tommy, because Tommy's the one that did it. But like she said, she gives us the warehouse key, and so then we can go over to the warehouse, which is where the medicine kit is. And even though it's completely unnecessary, I eat all of the dog food anyways. Yeah, sorry, this takes a really long time. No, we're almost done. There we go. Also, that said, I feel like I'm going to burst. Spoiler alert, we are going to burst. Which is also cool foreshadowing. And so we give it to Tommy, and Tommy thanks us. And then we're eating again because yeah, look at James. He's so scary when he eats. So anyway, Tommy tells us that she needs oil, which is really suspicious. But anyway, we talk to James, and he tells us that he's like in love with Tommy and wants to propose to her. And he's like, I need 1,000 bugs. And he asks us to get it, and in turn, he gives us the oil pump. Oh yeah, oil in the toilet for whatever reason. So anyways, we do that, and then we can give the oil to Tommy after we eat. I also want to mention that Sony's walk cycle is the best thing I've ever seen. So anyways, after that we can talk to Tommy, and she tells us that she's a gift, and I can just skip through the dialogue, and then we just say thanks, and we get the new toy. And then she talks about how naive we are. And then we explode. That's very scary. I've never really looked at that corpse before. So then Tommy's like, haha, you, like, basically, like, you helped me kill you. Now I'm gonna eat all the dog food. And as you can see, that was ending 1 called Death. So yes, that was how to get ending 1. I hope my instructions were clear enough. It's probably, like, the easiest ending to get, but, you know, sometimes you need it. Anyway, thank you for watching. Bye!